Well, it's that time to do our first in a series of
Live from Turtle River. Brought to you by the good folks at the Turtle River crowd, including
the 71 Mart, KC Gas, 71 Bar, the Turtle Club, the other place, and our friends up on the golf course, Castle Highlands.
And of course, the folks at Land O'Lakes, Wood Preserving and 10 Strike, Anderson Fabrics and Black Duck, Spalding Motors, Wes's Plumbing, Security State Bank, and Kelsey's As You Like It. Welcome to Live from Turtle River.
This is the first of a series of broadcasts originating in the studios of Audio Camera in Turtle River. Our guests today are known only locally, with guest performer Jeff Menton sitting in with him. In the future, you're going to be hearing John Collins, Dan Peel, Mary Jo Venny, Scotty Torgerson, Christy Miller is going to have a show of her own, Carl Baer, Darcy Morphew, Kathy Robinson, Bandana, more. We're lots of folks. If you got any comments to make about Live from Turtle River, we invite you to drop us a line, care of Route 6, Box 231, Bemidji, Minnesota.
Route 6, Box 231,
Bemidji,
Minnesota 566.
And keep it clean.
01.
Keep it clean. Our guest hosts today are Carl Baer.
Hello.
And Bill Williams.
Hi.
And I want to say a special word to our friends in Canada.
Hi, Canada.
Everything's nice except those two-tone houses.
Let's hear from the audience.
Yay! It's live. All right.
Okay, we've got Jim Miller on fiddle, Jeff Menton on fiddle, Christy Miller on guitar and mandolin and vocals, and Gary Brusty on stand-up bass, and he's going to do some singing today too. How are you guys?
Good.
Just fine, Gary.
Nice to have you here. What are you going to play for us first?
Jolie Bone.
Jolie Bone, a waltz tune.
What did he say?
It's French, Carl. It's French.
It's French, Carl. The twin fiddles of Jeff and Jim. Got one called Arkansas Traveler. Is that what we're doing?
Oh, let it rip. Gorgeous.
Ouch.
Lovely.
That was nice. New song.
New song, what we got?
Faded Love. Is that in D, fellas?
Oh, let's do it. Faded Love in D for all of you folks who are playing along.
We're going to modulate?
Oh, I love it when
Modulate together.
We're going to?
We're going to make that key change.
I don't know how to count that.
1,
2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Lovely. Oh, I love the instrumentals.
Can we?
What you folks? Yeah. What? Talk about that, Gary.
I was going to say, can we skip ahead a little bit and do a vocal tune?
Yeah.
Gary's got one listed down here called
I Never Felt So Blue.
Never Felt So Blue.
Adolf Hoffner.
I love it.
Boy, that doesn't seem right because I've never felt so happy.
I know.
Wasn't a classical composer?
Is he?
Sounds sort of like a classical composer, Adolf Hoffner.
Okay. It's sing along time for all you folks who know the German
I
lyrics.
knew Spike Huffner.
Me too. I went to school with that guy.
Yeah, I think we are.
I think Christy's going to start it.
Okay.
I never felt so blue, so downhearted too, till I first met you. I know that you're the one, sweetheart, that I adore. I love no one but you. You always seem to break all of your vows, but I love you still somehow. I never felt so blue, so downhearted too, till I first met you. So blue, so downhearted too, till I first met you. I know that you're the one, sweetheart, that I adore. I love no one but you. You always seem to break all of your vows, but I love you still somehow. I never felt so blue, so downhearted too, till I first met you.
Lovely.
That's nice. That's nice.
Lovely.
And there's still room on. There is still room on the dance floor.
The next one's going to be Ladies' Choice.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I want to talk a minute about some good friends of ours that are helping to bring you live from Turtle River, our friends at Spalding Motors. I can speak from experience because I drive a car that I bought from Spalding Motors.
Oh, they're nice folks.
Oh, they are nice folks, and I bought it used, and I haven't had one bit of trouble with that car since I drove it off the lot. Not only do they have great used cars, but they got great new cars, too. They got Cadillacs, they got Hondas. What else they got down there, Gary, you know? Yeah, lots of
I'm sleeping here.
So am I. But
They got KT Thunum on television.
They
Have
too.
you seen it?
And
They got my old
KT
Buick.
Thunum, and they've got his old Buick down there. And Spalding Motors, one of the reasons they've been around so long is because they back everything they sell with sales, service, and information. I am a complete klutz when it comes to cars. I went out to change my tire one day, and I ended up emptying the ashtray. But those people can help you. Those people can help you. Spalding Motors, they sell nothing but fine new cars and fine used cars. And they're right on Highway 2 West, right here in Bemidji. Spalding Motors, the Cadillac of Cadillac dealers and other cars, too.
Boy, you're good at this.
Thank you very much. You want
I'm
to
gonna
talk
get-
about our friends at Mike and Pam Kelsey?
Boy, do I ever. I'll tell you
Those are good
something. This
folks,
Kelsey's As You Like It, downtown Bemidji, Minnesota, and the most important part of that phrase is the As You Like It part.
Yep.
Because it's the custom work.
Uh-huh.
You can imagine it.
Yep.
You want it.
Or you can look at your radio right this second. You see this ring I'm
Let's
holding
hear
up
it from
right
the
on
audience.
my very finger? This ring you see on your radio was custom made by Michael Kelsey himself, and I'm very pleased to show it to you today. And he'll do something like that for you,
Beautiful.
too. Isn't that gorgeous?
Well, as I say, if you can think about it, you can imagine it, something for yourself, something for someone you love, He can make it for you, custom design it. They're absolutely beautiful things. Oh, that
Diamonds. Shh. Diamond.
is my wife listening.
I hope not, because they got good deals on diamonds, and if you get yourself in there right now and talk to Pam or Michael, they're going to sell you some beautiful stuff.
Ice. Spectacular. Kelsey
Clear.
says you like it.
Downtown Bemidji.
Yes, it is.
I dare say he's made quite a few wedding rings around this.
Yep.
part of-
Yeah.
He certainly has.
So
Yeah, he has.
and they're great people. And I'll tell you, there's one more reason
Why?
that you should support the Cars and everybody else we've talked about.
Because they're supporting local music.
Yeah, Turtle River Radio and
That's right.
these nice people and those to come.
And those to come.
I gotta excuse
got?
myself for a minute here. My dog's running around outside, barking at the neighbors. Tommy, shut up! We're doing a radio show!
Boy,
One thing I like about Gary is he never loses his cool. You know?
he did this exact same thing when I was working with him.
I know. Back in 19... music. Music. What we got?
Satin Doll.
Satin Doll.
I'm
Ladies'
excited about
choice.
this.
Get out on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I want to
Satin
lead.
Doll, known
do it in
only
C?
locally.
Key of C.
You always lead, Carl.
No, it-
Let me lead this time, will you? Step on my toes.
something special.
Let's do another one right away. How about that Roll On, Buddy?
Let's go back to back.
Take it away.
Little Bluegrass number here. £89 hemp, head a little too heavy for my size, honey, for my size. Well, roll on, buddy, roll on, cold, roll like an arrow. Where the wheels gonna go? Well, roll on, buddy, pull a load of coal like an arrow. Where the wheels gonna go? Sowing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. Oh, you gonna reap just what you sow. Roll on, buddy, load of coal like an arrow. When the wheels gonna go? Well, roll on, buddy, pull a load of coal like an arrow. When the wheels gonna go? All right. This old hammer, well, I killed John Henry, but it can kill me. No, it won't kill me. Well, roll on, buddy, pull a load of coal like narrow. When the wheels gonna go? Well, roll on, buddy, pull a load of coal like narrow. When the wheels gonna go? This old hammer, shine like silver, beat like gold, and a ring like gold. Well, roll on, buddy. Hold a load of coal like narrow. When the wheels won't go. All right, roll on, buddy.
Roll on, buddy.
Hold a load of coal like narrow. When the wheels won't go.
Yeah.
Say, if you're going to step outside for a smoke, don't forget to get your hand stamped.
That's right.
Right, you can't get back in without a stamp to live from Turtle River.
Don't go to the kitchen.
Once again, I'd like to say something about our sponsors in Turtle River, just to mention those nice folks. KC Gas,
It's the entertainment
71
capital
Mark,
of the world.
71 Bar, Turtle Club, The Other Place, and Castle Highlands. By the way, do you know there was an elephant loose on the course at Castle Highlands yesterday?
Cut it out.
It was on green number 9. I kid you not. There was an elephant up there, and I got an emergency phone call from Ray and Jean, and they, I'm famous for being an elephant trainer.
You hear one
I
Lester
knew
Furley
that.
deal, you absolutely.
No, it's true.
bonkers.
It's true. I've seen him train animals before.
Right.
Elephants?
Well, no, not elephants, but other kinds of animals.
I'm real good
He
with
trained us.
mosquitoes. I
Yes,
say
he did.
bite, and what do they do?
Huh?
We fight. What they use to sink the elephant? A number 9 iron or something?
Say, we've got another sponsor we've got to thank before we...
Oh,
Because
yeah, I wanna
the hour is
thank those
winding
folks.
down. Isn't that sad?
I know it. We're
Oh,
almost
boy.
over. You know, the good folks at Security State Bank are one of the people that bring you live from Turtle River because they believe in the performing arts in our area. Security State Bank, they've been around for over 77 years now. You knew about them. Your father knew about them. Your grandfather knew about them. And they're going to be here for a long time to come. Security, well, it can mean many things. When it comes to home loans, they're planning your future right now with competitive interest rates, flexible financing, and someone with experience and concern to make your dreams a reality. If you got a big plan for the future, stop by and talk to the folks that'll help plan your future with you. Security State Bank in Bemidji, member FDIC, so you know that each and every penny of your hard-earned cash is secure.
Well, Gary, we're winding down here.
Well, we got time for a couple songs if we hurry, I guess.
Isn't that great?
Let's do it.
Well, let's start them playing right away. What selection have you got up for us? Cotton Eye Joe. This is Turtle River Radio.
That's right, live from Turtle River, pre-recorded in front of a live microphone and a whole bunch of live people in the studio. That's true.
Weren't they great?
Here's one called the Beaumont Rag. Anything you guys want to say about this song? We're going to play it.
It's a Texas song.
Texas
Beaumont's
song.
a town in Texas.
Beaumont, Texas.
Boy. hear it from our live audience. Boy, wasn't that fantastic?
baby.
That was the Beaumont Rag. Christy Miller on the mandolin, Jim Miller on guitar, Gary Brusty on bass, and
Jeff Menton.
yeah, because Jeff isn't usually a member of Known Only Locally. Let's talk about that. Christy, you got a mic in front of you there?
Yes.
How long has Known Only Locally been together?
About 12 years.
Longer than that.
Longer, I think so
13
too.
then.
Has it always just been the three of you, or it's always been you and Jim, I take it? And has Gary always been with you?
No, not quite. It originally started out with Jim Miller, Miriam Tell, my sister, and a guy named Roger McBride and Lou Ferrari on washtub bass. And then it kind of evolved from there. I joined in about 75 when Roger quit, and then Lou quit in 76, and
Bill Kaiser.
Bill Kaiser was in there, and then he quit in 77, and then Gary joined, and we've been the three of us together for, since then, 77, 10 years. My sister quit in 1980, and we've been a trio since then.
That's a lot of fun. You played a lot of different places around northern Minnesota and
We surely have.
this part of the United States.
Yeah.
So you really aren't known only just locally anymore.
Kind of regionally. Not
Yeah.
only regionally.
Known Only regionally.
Yeah.
Is this the first time you
We're only
played
gonna-
with Jeff?
What's this now?
Is this the first time you've played with Jeff Menton?
No,
Played
he
with him before,
sits
yeah.
in with us
I've
quite a
sat-
bit,
I've
like
sat
at
in-
Union Station and places like that.
Jeff, when did you come to Bemidji?
I came here about a year ago or so.
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
Well,
From
it's a
where?
wonderful addition to the
From
music
Texas.
community.
I was in Austin, Texas.
Playing music?
Yeah, and down there I played with Mariachi Estrella. It was a Mexican group, and we used to play for parties for Willie Nelson.
Mhm.
We used to go out to his barbecues, and of course Willie Nelson is a great person. He'd meet us right out on the road and just drive us right to his party. And then we also I also played with some Texas swing bands too at that time down there. One of the groups was George Strait's group, Ace in the Hole. This was not when he was with the group; it more or less had broken up. But his original band, Ace in the Hole, I did some work with them, and I also did some fiddle playing with Sleep at the Wheel musicians, members of that group in different bands.
What brought you to Bemidji?
More or less because of family. All of our family lives in Minnesota, so we decided to come back to Minnesota.
Okay, you have a rather musical family, as I understand it.
Right. My wife is a wonderful singer. She sings really, really good. She sang with Texas bands in Austin. And then my father, he plays piano, and he's been playing piano professionally for a long time. He plays with big bands, big dance bands, that sort of thing.
I want to say hi to Kimberly, too. I imagine,
Oh, okay.
imagine she's listening. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi,
Hope you're
Kimberly.
singing
Hi,
along.
Kimberly.
Hi there.
Let's all say hi to Kimberly.
Well, it's a pleasure to talk to all these folks. Jimmy is going to... What was the name you gave me to call you earlier, Jim? I'm sorry.
Peace Dog.
Peace Dog. Jimmy Peace Dog Miller is going to have his own show sometime in the future, as is Christy.
Christy will, too.
And so it's nice to talk to you, and it's nice to talk to Jeff. And Gary, I think we better get on to talking about another one of our sponsors.
Oh, well, I'd like to mention this. If it's sponsor time, one of my favorites is Wes's Plumbing in Bemidji. Wes is a musician himself, plays a fine bass guitar, and he's a heck of an accordion player as well, and he's going to be on this show, but I guess what I really want to talk about is his plumbing business. They're located just north of Bemidji on Old 71 on the left side of the highway, just a few blocks outside the city limits. And for commercial and residential plumbing or plumbing remodeling, septic system installers, state certified, there are no better people than Wes's Plumbing. Wes and Ed Seitz have been at the family business of plumbing since 1964 in Bemidji. There are 4 master plumbers in the shop, and they pride themselves on their honesty and quality. And that sometimes overshadows the lowball price and hidden costs. And they're real good folks, nice people, and Wes is a good player and a good guy. So
That's true.
go see
That is
those
true.
folks.
Wes makes music with a monkey wrench. Iron gold glass.
Special.
Twin fiddles.
This
Oh, twin fiddles. I love it. All you fiddle players out there, eat your heart out. Here they come.
That's the twin fiddles of Jeff Menton and Jim Miller on Live from Turtle River.
The live audience? What do you hear, guys? How much do we pay these folks anyway?
We're coming to a very quick close to today's broadcast. And any last things we need to say here?
Thank you very much, known only locally.
And Jeff Menton.
We're going to have him play one more to take us home. And I guess you guys organize that when we say our last goodbyes. And thank yous to our sponsors.
You betcha. I want to say thank you to Land O'Lakes Wood Preserving and Anderson Fabrics and Spalding Motors and Wes's Plumbing and Security State Bank and Kelsey's As You
And all
Like
the
It.
wonderful people in Turtle River, Minnesota, entertainment capital of the world, gateway
To
the
Tan
universe.
Strike and Black Dog.
That's right.
And Hines is in there too. We haven't forgotten you folks in Hines, Minnesota.
Here we go.
Heading on out. 1, 2,
3,
5.
4.
Turtle River Radio.
Join us next week for the next edition of
Live from Turtle River. Bye-bye.